Yeah, very good morning, students. So now, quickly now, everyone join the chemistry. Most of you are not there, right? Yes or no? The link is already shared in your WhatsApp group. That you have to take the credentials from the library and then set up the install the MS Teams. You are aware? You have the credentials with you. So can you send me the request? Request. If I see here manage team, I'll get a tab as pending request. When I go to the pending request, I don't find anybody. You have to send a request of clicking on the link. The link is already shared with you in the group, right? Install the MS Teams, take the credentials from the library and do it, and then later click on the link shared already shared with you by your friend. Then give the request, then I'll accept the request. That is the process. Okay? Did you do that? And in the general today, I have given an assignment link. Correct? Did you get the notification? When I go here, I see the assignment. You can see the display here. So assignment I have given. Yesterday questions you have to answer, and the time for the submission is Monday. You can see your names are displayed. You have seen, not turned in, you have viewed. What is it all about? Right? How the screen appears for us. And furthermore, if you see the quiz and all that, how many have attended? So still Ajaya has not turned. Arjun Pal, they turn it. Right? You can view the results instantly when you attend the quiz because request you have sent now. It will be added. You have weightage for 25 marks. Okay? Right? Okay, we'll proceed with the syllabus. So yesterday or till now, in the first chapter, we started with the Module 1, Python basics. Now we'll be starting with the flow control. After flow control, you find the functions. The module 1, the chapter 1 is divided into 3 parts. Python basics, flow control and functions. Right? So till now we have learned all about this. And furthermore, these are the questions you have to answer. And now we'll start with the flow control. In flow control, you find Boolean values, comparison operators, Boolean operators, mixing, Boolean, and comparison operator, elements of flow, and all that. We'll be learning here one by one. First thing is flow control. I have to explain what is the flow control it is. See, every code is read by line by line. The code is read, the program, the whole program. Can you see this? Yes? So flow control is read by, every code will be read by line, right? So sometimes it can be yes or no, sometimes it can be true or false, or sometimes it can be and or not. So how to operate, how to go about. So there's a flow control or the system. I remember you drawing, and even I drawn such type of charts in my school days, right? Telling if I say yes or no, how the flow takes place. If it is no, how the flow takes place, and if it is yes, how the flow takes place. So similarly, I have to incorporate such type of codes into the program. So flow control statement can decide which Python instruction to execute under which condition. That is, I am dropping a condition. I am saying yes or no means it's a condition telling that I have to choose one of that. So if I choose no, what is the flow should take place? Either it should go down or to the right. So this is a picture depicting about the movement of the program reading or the code reading in the Python, or not in Python. Every program does the follow the flow control statement. So these flow control statements are directly correspond to the symbols in a flow chart. You understand it's of different symbols. One is something like oval shape, rounded, rectangle, then diamond, then this is a rectangle. So every shape indicates its own specifications. So flowchart versions are of the code and follow the path made by the arrows from start to end. You can see here, if I start the program, it will start is raining, no, go outside. If it is not raining, go outside. If it is raining, yes, have umbrella, then you go outside. Yes. If no, wait for the rain to stop, right? You have to start, and if it is raining further, then you don't go and go outside. So that is the end of the complete program. This is a small example depicting about what is a flow control, right? So flow control, every code reads a flow control telling what is the condition. These are nothing but it's a condition. You can see here, when I'm taking a condition yes or no, the shape of it is a diamond or a rhombus, whatever you say. Again, yes or no, it is a diamond. Then if it is no, it is taking a command. Yes, you wait for a while. Then if I am deciding a condition, then I end with a rhombus. This is a parameter what we take up in a flow control, right? So in a flow control, there are usually more than one way to go from start to end, isn't it? Here is the start and here is the end. And in order to go the straight, I have many ways. The same is true for line of codes in a computer program. So similarly, the same applies. It's a synonym. It's the same application what we see it. Flow charts represent these branching points with a diamond, while the other steps are represented with rectangles. That is what in a diamond or a what do you say? Diamond shape or a rhombus, you define the condition. Otherwise, it's just a common as a rectangle. The starting and ending steps are represented with a rounded rectangle. As you can see here, the start is having a rounded rectangle, the edges here, and with the end. But before you learn about flow control statements, you first need to learn more about how to represent these yes or no options, and you need to understand how to branch it using a Python code. To end, let us explore more about Boolean values, comparison operators, and Boolean operators. So here yes or no, what we tell it in English literacy, right? But it is not so in Python literacy. It understands as a Boolean operator. Boolean operator. So what is a Boolean value? And check the spelling, Boolean value. They are the Boolean values. The Boolean data types are of two types, that is a true and false. So a Boolean value will have it's a value. I'm telling it's a value. Remember in the previous example, every expression or every value expression will have a value. That value I'm defining it as a value here with a true or false as a Boolean value. Boolean is a name given. When typed as Boolean Python code, the Boolean values as true or false. For example, we'll understand more in depth with the example. Span, if I'm telling it as true, span will be giving us a true value. If I take it as true as a small p, what is the error you get? Name error. True is not defined because it should start with a capital T. And it has to be defined. Or if I say that true is equal to 2 plus 2, there's a syntax error. I cannot assign a keyword like that. They cannot be assigned. It cannot be assigned like true is equal. True is a specific Boolean word only. It cannot be assigned for any other statement. I cannot use anywhere else. So the Boolean values lack the code and they always start with a capital T or F with the rest of word in lower case. So it lacks the code. Lacks the code means it doesn't have a code like this. You don't have a code. So you use representing as true and you use representing as false. Right? It's not the same. You are defining it as a Boolean value. So what are the Boolean values? True or false, right? And it will be represented as a T as a capital and S as a capital. You can try this example quickly on your mobile. Quickly, 1 or 2 examples, just for your understanding. On your mobile or on your laptop also you can do it. Example. One example to try. What is the task? Write down. Try to do one example and execute. Execution, on execution you get the confidence. Error invalid. Which one when you started with the example 1? Spam is equal to true. Spam. True you are not getting. No, you are not getting. Error you are getting. You are getting. You are not getting. On Colab, you are trying on Colab. On which you are trying? On which platform you are using others? Program. Program. Write down that. Check with that. Program. Ask your friends no, on which they are doing. Programs or program is. Over. Okay, let us go further. That is a Boolean value. Now coming to the comparison operators, right? Comparison. Comparison by name only it says compare. You have to compare two values. Comparison operators compare two values and evaluate down into a single Boolean value. For example, these are the operators what is available with us. So what is double equals equal to equal, not a single equal. Double equal says that it is equal to. If it is with exclamatory mark, it is not equal to. Then lesser sign, greater sign, less than or equal to. These operators evaluate true or false depending upon the values given. So what are the operators you have? What are the operators you have? How many operators you have? 6 or 7? 6. What are they? Equal to, not equal to, less than, greater than and less than to or equal to or greater than or equal to. So they define or they operate such that telling that they compare the values and tell it is true or false. So all I have is a Boolean value. This is a comparison operators. Examples. Now you can write these examples. 42 equals to 42. I am saying it as true. So I have to take the expression, use the operator and use the Boolean values. Saying that this operation is correct or not. I am synchronizing the Boolean values and the comparison values. Right? You are getting 42 equals to 42 is a comparison value. Whatever. And after comparing, I am giving the Boolean values. The Python is giving the Boolean value. What is the Boolean value? True is the Boolean value. For example, 42 equals to 9 I am telling. So it is telling us false. What is false? Boolean value. What is equal to? It's an operator, comparison operator. Try doing quickly. operator, comparison operator is in use here. So after using the comparative operator, we are using Boolean value to say whether it is true or false. So we are mixing up both Boolean value and comparison operator. Okay, you are trying some doing? Yes? Yes? Now we'll go with the next Boolean operators. Earlier was Boolean values. Don't get confused. Boolean values are true and false. Comparison operators, you have comparison operators as greater than, lesser than, or not equal to, or equal to. Then we have Boolean operators, right? Three operators are there, Boolean. What are they? What are they? And, or, and not. Three operators and, or, not. And, or, not are the three operators used to compare the Boolean values. What are the Boolean values? True or false, right? To compare true or false, I am using Boolean operators. What are the Boolean operators? And, or, not. Okay. So first thing, like comparison operator, they evaluate these expressions down to a Boolean value. So to start with, I'll start with a binary Boolean operator. Binary Boolean operator. That is and, or, sorry, and, or. Right? Two operators. First and, or. Operators always take two Boolean values. They are considered to be binary operators, right? They are considered to be binary operators. Why binary operators? Because the AND operator evaluates an expression to true if both Boolean values are true. Otherwise, it evaluates as false. Now we are talking about the Boolean operators. Overall, the Boolean operators are and, or, not. In that, I am choosing only two. The first two are the binary operators. Why they are binary operators? They decide about the expression whether it is true or false. When I am going with and or, it is giving me the values as evaluating into true, false, false. True will exist only the expression values are with true and true. Rest and all it will give the value as false. For example, you can see the table. This is a truth table. You can see the table here. It's a truth table. Shows the result of a Boolean operator. For example, I take an expression as true and true. What is the evaluation result I get as true? If I am taking true and false, I am getting it as false only. Whether if I take it as false and true, I am also getting as a false. If I am getting false and true, false and false, I am also getting as a false. So when I am using an AND operator, it is evaluating as a false except true and true. So the AND is an operation of to true if both the Boolean values are true. Otherwise, it evaluates as false. For example, true and true, you will get the answer true. True and false, you will get the answer as false. Right? You can do this example quickly. Prompt, if there is a prompt, this is a prompt. Programmers or column doesn't exhibit this prompt, right? Sometimes it may exhibit, sometimes it may not. What is and? And is a Boolean operator. You have three operators, and, or, not. You're not well? You're not well? You're fine. Last boy. Taking rest in the second hour. Over? Not getting? Getting? Not getting? Not getting? Not getting? The platform you program is. Yeah, in the print statement you have to use in same thing in collab also. Print, then within the parentheses you have to put it as true and false or true and true. Then you'll get. A little high, no? You raise your hand little high. How many more? Next we'll go with the OR operator. The first thing is we are learning binary Boolean operator. Only and OR is identified as a Boolean operator. Now we understood AND operator how it is operating between the Boolean values. Now we are understanding OR operator how it evaluates the Boolean values. Right? So you can see the table true or true. It will give us true only. True or false? It will give us true only. False or true? It will give us true. But false or false? It will give us false. It is a contradictory of AND operator. In the AND operator, it was true and true was true. But here, false or false is false, but rest all remains the true. This is the operator or operator truth table. You're trying this? False or true? Check the answer now. Check the expression of all the in the table and evaluate. Done? Done with one example? One example you tried. One is true, other is all false. Just like that. True or true is true. In hand. Correct, no? Now coming to the not operator. The not operator operates only on one Boolean value. Keep in mind, it works on only one Boolean value. What are the Boolean values? True and false are the Boolean values. It operates only on the one Boolean value. The not operator simply evaluates the opposite of the Boolean value. If I say, for example, if I give the expression as not true, it gives answer as false. If I say not false, true. So I'm using only one Boolean value. So for example, not true, you can try this. Try with an example going on your compiler. Okay. Done? Yes? Fine? All good? So in Boolean operators, and not is existing. So we understood and or operator also and not operator also. Next further we understand what is a mixing Boolean and a comparison operator. What is a Boolean? Boolean is a, keep in mind, true and false, right? And comparison operator is nothing but you have too many operators as not equal to equal, greater than, lesser than, not equal to, sorry, no, greater than equal to, lesser than equal to. So we have to mix it and find out. Now everything will be mixed here. Since the comparison operator evaluates to Boolean values and you can use them in the expression with the Boolean operators. For example, I say 4 is less than 5 and 5 is less than 6. What is the answer I may get up? You may get it as 2 because 4 is less than 5 is correct. Correct, no? And 5 is less than 6 is correct. So this is also true and this is also true. True and true, I'll get the answer as 2. So I'm mixing Boolean and comparison operator. For example, 4 is less than 5 is 2. 9 is less than 6. It is false. So I'm comparing between true and false. What is the final evaluation? I get true and false in the table, truth table. I get it as false. True and false. You can see here, true and false. What is the answer you get? It has a false. Similarly, for example, 1 is equal to 2 or 2 is equal to 2. What is the answer I get? When both the things are true, true or true? True or true will be equal to true. You understand it? I'll repeat. Yes or no? What? Repeat. Okay? Now I'll take the first example. 4 is less than 5 and what? 5 is less than 6. So 4 is less than 5 is what? 2 and 5 is less than 6 is 2. In true table, what is this true and true? This is equal to. Okay. Next example. What's the next example? 4 is less than 5 and odd and 9 is less than 6. So 4 is less than 5 is true and this is false. In true table, what is false and true and false is false. 2 or 2 is equal to 2. So this is 2 or this is 2. First time is false. 2 is no, 1 is not equal to 2. It is false. So the answer you should get it as, according to the OR table, you will get it as 2. Got it? Similarly, in the next example, second example, 2 plus 2 equals to 4 and not 2 plus 2 equals 5 and 2 is into 2 is equal to 2 plus 2. How do you do? Do it on your book. Do it on your book. Explain in steps. You have to put brackets after that. Double. What is the third example? 1 equal to 2 or 2 equal to 2. Our table is that false or true? True only. It's correct? Correct, right? Do with the next third example. Sorry, second example. In your book, explain the second example. So you have 2 plus 2 equals to 4 and not 2 plus 2 equals 5 and 2 into 2 equals 2 plus. So this is 4 equals 4 and not 4 equals to 5 and 4 equals to 4. Now what should I get? 4 equals to 4. It's true? Yes? And not 4 equals to 5. So this should be false. And this will be true. And not is coming, not false. So it should be as false or true? True. Not true. Not true. So this will be true. So if you evaluate, you get the answer as this is how it performs. Fine? Go to the next example, third one. I already we have done before one. 4 is less than 5 and 5 is less than 6. It is true and that is also true. And totally you get it as. Next we will go with the elements of flow control. So what are the elements does it consist of? The flow control consists of what? Flow control statement often starts with a part called as a condition and also it is followed with a block of code. That means it's called as a clause. So keep in mind every time the flow control statement starts with a condition and a clause. What are the conditions? What are the code or what is the clause? We'll understand. Condition always evaluate down to a Boolean value as a true or a false. A flow control statement decides what to do based on whether its condition is true or false, and every flow control statement uses a condition. Something like this. In the flow control chart you found, right? Yes or no, it is a condition whatever you are defining. After defining this condition, you will be writing a clause or a code of block. Blocks of code. Lines of Python code can be grouped either together in a block. So whatever the lines, when you are writing a program, the lines, whatever you are writing in a program, we call it as a block. Right? The code, the blocks. Tell it as a block. The lines of the code we tell it as a block. There are 3 rules for a block. There are 3 rules in a block. What is the first rule? Blocks begin with an indentation increases. Indentation is nothing but space. You have a space bar. When you give a space bar, that is a space created before the line. Blocks can contain other blocks. Blocks for your understanding. Learn here first. For your understanding, block means lines. The program lines is a block. You understand? And this block has to start with the indentation. Has to start with the indentation. You please understand what is the meaning of indentation. Space bar. When you click on the space bar, it will create a space. That is a indentation. Right, to be given. Blocks end with the indentation decreases to 0 or containing a block indentation. So these are the codes. For example, I'll tell you here, if I'm giving an if condition, if it's a condition, now I'm writing a flow control statement. So to start with, always I should use a condition. What is the condition? Now I'm giving an if condition. If when I'm saying if my name is equal to Mary, I'm giving a string. I'm defining it as a string because the codes are being defined. I'll say, then when I give a condition, keep in mind there is a indentation. Space is created. This print is not to the line, not to the if. You can see the space here. It's not just simply I moved it. It is a purpose because you are defining that is a code. That is a block of code you are writing. When you write a block of code, then there is a condition has to be defined. What is the condition? When I take it as if as a condition, then I have to give an indentation. Automatically your compiler, when I start typing if, no, and you keep in mind every condition should be end with the statement the colon. When you enter, automatically the cursor will move. Give a indentation. Then further, I give one more condition if. I gave one more condition as if. Again, you can see the second code is moving to the indentation. Space is created. When I say this, I'll continue with the condition. If it is not this, what else should be typed? It is asking. Then else you print it as a wrong password. So this is a small example illustrating what is a condition and what is a block. Okay. I think it's time for your break. here.